Square Enix. How's everybody doing? Glenn? Living the dream, you say? And what is the dream for Clem Hazard? Playing Genshin, yeah. Disgusting. Blech. Esther Gaza. You downloaded that new one. The Z one, the 3 Zs. You downloaded that on stream. Have you played it yet? What's that one like? Yeah. There's like every week there's a new Genshin wannabe now. Genshin took the world by storm and now everybody's trying to catch up with it like they did with PUBG and Fortnite. Oh no, Faraga. Also a Hoyoverse thing. Maybe Hoyoverse needs to stop. You should legally only be allowed like one of these games. I've been seeing somebody on my friends list playing the First Ascendant, which is another free-to-play thing. I caught a trailer of it this morning on Twitch while I was waiting for the ad to finish for a stream I was watching. And I was like, this looks kind of cool. There's going to be something that'll ruin it. And then like the title comes up, the First Descendant, which I know is free to play. It's like, well, there it is. Is it weird that he looks at Vivi when they say pointy hats? Because technically Steiner's hat is pointier. How we just hit this person? They didn't do anything wrong, then why are you complaining about them? Mount Gulug. Great Moles. Oh, there she is. One of the black mages carried a little girl. 2 of them were clowns. 1 of them had his midriff exposed and was just kind of weird about it. I didn't say anything about it, then he came straight at me, offended that I hadn't said anything about it. So Mount Gulug. You have a shot. Shooting warmer here, she says when she stood next to a fire. You're getting mad when you're not staring at. Yeah, it's because Kuja's a basic bitch. Just desperate for somebody to comment on his exposed midriff. He didn't get those abs for nothing. Didn't you? We must pool all our resources into defeating this Kuja. Alright, check all the equipment. Body type. Ooh, level 3 magic. So I don't have anything to learn off. This place got busy all of a sudden. I don't have anything to learn off any of the weapons we've got at the minute for Zidane, but chances are the other sword, the one that began with Z, probably has something. The dagger. The stabby point. Just get a bit of catch. Can't believe BV's staff cast like inflicts trouble. That's ridiculous. I love it. Yeah, it's a good amount of gil. Like, one more battle will probably get us the amount we need for that last item in the shop. That's something worth bearing in mind. If these things are recurring enemies throughout the next area as well, it would definitely be worth having the anti-stop ability equipped. Locomotion. Ouch. So I started playing Ghost of Tsushima yesterday. It's kind of neat. I got the director's cut on PS5. Doesn't have locomotion. Yeah, see what kind of damage that does. So when you start it up, it gives you like several options for languages. You can play it in English, you can play it in English with subtitles, you can play it in Japanese with subtitles, or you can play it in Japanese with subtitles in black and white. With some kind of difference as a reference to Akira Kurosawa. I was like, you know what, I'll play this in Japanese with English subtitles. Because like, it's a Western-made game, but it's very much focused on the Japanese ideals. I was like, yeah, let's do that. And so I do that, and the opening cutscene immediately makes me regret it. Because we're at the point now with the FMVs and such, and it's been kind of a problem for years in CG movies. But like the mouth animations are very clearly modelled on them saying the English words. So like you're watching it in Japanese with the subtitles, and you can see that the mouth movements do not match the Japanese words. They very clearly match the subtitles, and it's really distracting. I didn't even need this, I have what it has. I remember the first time I saw that as an issue, Advent Children Complete had that as an issue. Where it was very clear that they'd re-rendered the entire movie, was all higher quality, and now the mouth animations were like actual movements, rather than just like ma 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 ma. There were actual movements in the mouth, as if they were saying the words. And the movements were clearly synced to the original Japanese dialogue. And it was really distracting. So very quickly I just turned it back onto English. Other than that, it's an interesting game. Probably a little slower than I'd like to give you the basic abilities. So that's when everyone in Japan is a British accent anyway, it's more immersive. This Doom 2016 Doom Eternal definitely have that problem, where they're clearly holding things back from you, and you have to keep playing the game to get it all, and you'll get it, like, everything you want early enough to get the proper gameplay experience, but it's still, like, the first few hours are a little rougher because of that. It's good to hear, Teague. You have yourself a safe flight, and we'll see you in San Diego. Thank you for popping in. But yeah, Doom Eternal had that as like a real issue, because Doom Eternal was a difficult game, and you were very much supposed to make use of all of your abilities to have like the full gameplay loop. So like the chainsaw for extra ammo, because the ammo count was very low in that game. The flamethrower, because if you set enemies on fire and then shoot them, they drop armor pieces, which is a very important thing. Glory kills, the dash. Like there's a bunch of stuff they don't give you at the start, and you don't get it until you don't get all of it until like the 3rd level, and it makes like going through that game again really frustrating. Use what? Yeah, so like, after doing a couple of missions, I've now got the ability to assassinate, which is nice because I like doing stealth. The mission choices opened up and I went for the one that gave me a bow. That felt like a good idea. But the other one gave me the ability to assassinate and better stealth functionality. I guess you'd call it like a slow burn, but it's been kind of neat. The parry system's kind of interesting. It's like tap the block button just as you're about to be attacked, and you'll parry. But the parry is not like an actual parry, the parry is like a sidestep dodge. And then like you follow it up with an attack that looks really fucking cool. Because you're doing like the classic samurai thing. Of like, step to the side, it looks great and feels really visceral. And it's pretty neat. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Well, it's not even a deflection thing, like, it's a sidestep. Like, an enemy runs up to you, it's like, ah, but you step around the blade. There's a mechanic when you approach a group of enemies called standoff that you can activate, where you just call them out. And for some reason, these guys are idiots and never think maybe we shouldn't do that. So one of them will come out and face you. And if you do the timing right, like, you'll have your hand on your sword, they'll go to attack you and you'll just go and kill them, and it's really satisfying. And I like that. So it's pretty cool. Combat is maybe a little unforgiving. But it feels fairly satisfying as you get it going. Like, so far it'd be a recommendation, but I've only put like 5 hours into it. It's pretty neat. that is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, available on PlayStation 5 and PC. There was an interesting thing I heard about the PC version. In that, like, chances are everybody saw the thing with Helldivers 2. The big controversy over... They had the game out for a while and then turned around and said, now you're going to have to sign up to PlayStation Plus, and now you're going to have to sign up to PSN and connect your Steam account to your PSN account to continue playing multiplayer. And people were not happy with that because it was not something anybody was made aware of from the start. Which is understandable. And so, I saw a thing of the PC version is listed as as unsupported on Steam Deck. But apparently it is actually very much supported. Like, they went to a lot of trouble to make sure it works properly on Steam Deck. And the reason it's listed as unsupported is because it requires a PSN account connection to play the multiplayer. But you're probably not going to do that if you're playing on Steam Deck. But it works fully on Steam Deck, apparently. Which is neat. I could do with more ability points. The way that Steam lists games as being like verified, playable, or supported or whatever on Steam Deck is really weird to begin with, though. Like, if you actually dig into some of the listings, like something's listed as playable but not verified. The idea of verified is that it's supposed to work out of the box, no messing around, and just be fine. And I've got games that say that, and they don't. Like, Judge Dredd, Dredd vs. Death, for some reason, is listed as playable, like fully playable. So I start it up and the controls are a mess. But then there's other stuff that's like, oh, it's listed as playable but not fully verified because it doesn't have Steam Deck icons in-game, or because it doesn't natively set the resolution to the Steam Deck's native resolution. It supports it, but you have to go into the options and set it yourself. Hold the lever down when you first use the well. Okay. Ether. So Mount Gulug is a volcano. Was equipping Steiner with a flame sword a bad idea? That's a big boy. You need to take into account what kind of enemies we're going to be fighting here. Probably not the best idea for the fire sword. But it's got the highest attack. This music sounds like something from Sonic 2. Some early in game history, something on the end. Sonic 2. Reference it last time. Well, I don't remember what I was doing 20 minutes ago. Playing this, apparently. Looking at the timer, I've been playing this for 35 minutes, so I was playing this 20 minutes ago, apparently. Yeah, it's FF1 Mount Gulag music, but the specific intonations of it, like, really sound... Especially this part, it sounds very Sonic 2. I got a red hat. Shame I don't have a red mage. I feel like of all the classes that they have in Final Fantasy that you could consider like mainstays or staples of the series, I feel like Red Mage is probably the most underappreciated. Is he in a fucking dragon? It's usually just a non-commitment. I mean, you could argue anything that can attack and use use black and white magic is a red mage, I think. So you could say like FF7, everyone's a red mage, and so on and so forth. See, I wouldn't say it's so much a non-commitment as it is like it's a great for early game. but late game become more of a support class. Like your backup healer, your backup magic user. So like in FF1, you don't want a red mage without a black or white, but if you have a black, white, and red, that's not a bad idea. Well, it didn't work until I pulled the lever 3 times. Demon's Mail. High tide, yeah. Yeah, I think in one of these games where it is specifically following a class-based system, it shouldn't open that mail. See, I was thinking of trying to make a joke with, there's like, Demon's Mail, and you look at it and it's not actually armor, it's just a penis. It's like a demon penis. It's a demon's mail. I mean, I should save. Yeah, like I said, I think in FF1, I think, is where they have maybe the most questionable utility. Because you choose a class at the start and you commit to that class the entire game. FF5 has them more useful. Because if you have like the job abilities that you can carry over. Come on, you bitch. Yeah, the job abilities you can carry over. If you have any class just equipped with the secondary ability of red magic, that itself can be very useful, because, oh, then you can do healing and damage. It's not bad. Especially if you're using a class... Oh, Christ. That immediately became very much less intimidating than we expected. Well, especially if you're using a class that has a high intelligence anyway. Like, thanks, man. That thing's tiny. Let me just go and get some rolled up newspaper. Yeah, but it'll kill you. Yeah, probably will. Yeah, you're right. It's a good thing chance is okay. Bitch. But yeah, if you have a class that has a pretty high intelligence anyway, like Geomancer, it can really help boost the viability of Geomancer to have red magic equipped on top of it. one of those little things you just really appreciate about FF5. Like, the variety of useful effects you can find in the job system. It's really nice. Alright, so Shanks has something that dealt with that. Absorbs water and wind, so those were probably wind elemental. Well, it's just not going to be pleasant to fight. I think the whole thing makes, like, FF5 the RPG fans' RPG. Yeah. Another Moogle? They did bring red mages into Final Fantasy XIV, but that was after I stopped playing it. I think the last class they added while I was playing it. So there was it's Heavensward added classes. There was one class that was added before Heavensward, which was Rogue into Ninja. And then Heavensward came out and there was Machinist, Dark Knight, and the new healer, Astrologer, that was it. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to play it differently, a lot of customization to be had. Like, there's a lot you can do with it, which is really fun. I probably should go and get Garnet in the party. But because there's less of a focus on the story and everything, it's more of a comedic game whenever there is story for the most part. Like, it probably appeals to casual RPG fans less than, say, 4 or 6. It's like every time I play Final Fantasy V, there's usually only one set method I have in mind, and anything else is however I feel like at the time. And that set method is just that Once we get the job system, everybody learns monk first, so everybody can have barehanded. After that, it's just like, what do we feel like works right now? Which can be very different depending on my mood. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the idea of everybody learning barehanded. I think it makes mages in particular much more viable. Because barehanded, and then you don't give them a weapon, and it gives them 2 attacks per turn. With regular attacks. Oh shit. 2 attacks per turn because they have 2 hands. Which is a nice thing for the game to actually take into consideration. And even with the mages, oh boy. Even with the mages' physical stat, they're still doing decent damage. With a physical attack. And then you can save the magic for when you really want it. The Prophecy, starring Christopher Walken. Guys, we've got 2 dragons that are attacking us in this place. Oh, I hope Sidious doesn't go down. But with the attacks they've been using on us, I don't think these guys can actually win. Because everything they're doing is healing Vivi. Because looking at Vivi's gear, he is actually quite broken right now. BB just absolutely carrying the pie right now. What's that? Tier 3 magic? Yes, please. Seriously, like, really wish they hadn't taken Eiko from us. And it's got me in a position where it's like, you know, I really do need to just put Garnet in the party because some healing is better than no healing. And the item game in this is so weak. Mistake was using Eiko. It's not the choice to use Eiko, it's that I have 2 healers. One of them will fail approximately 60% of the time. The other one has been kidnapped. It's not my fault that Final Fantasy IX decided. Freya has Race's Wind, which is really not as good as you'd like. When enemies are doing like over 1,000 damage and regen is casting like 70 hit points restored every like 5 seconds. I love regen as a concept, but it's so worthless right now. Oh no, a dragon. Oh no, 2 dragons. Oh no. Quick, use Blizzaga. Like, don't mess around, just use Blizzaga. Plus, you know what Eiko has right now? Haste. Kind of broken like when you get it properly. Yeah, and you know what Eiko has right now? Regen. Not even auto regen, it's just straight up regen. I would, except she's been kidnapped. The game has deliberately decided once more to screw me over. Did I press my ban Klim button? The item game in this is so bad. Legitimately something I really hate about this game. Oh look, there's Eiko. Just be like, holy shilly shall live 7 more minutes. Well, you know, probably gonna be... Oh look, there's Eiko, thanks. That must be the extraction spell. If only we had somebody who could get down there really quick. Like a Dragon Knight. I want a mod that changes that line from the time has come on, what is it, Zorn's part, for Thorn to then say, instead of the time is now, for Thorn to say, and so have I. Why are we only taking 4 of us? Take everybody. Just kill them. Yeah, they give reasons in FF7. It's like, okay, only take 3 people down into the crater. Why? Because the rest of them are going to hold off all those monsters that are just off screen, but we promise there's a lot there. Eidolon more powerful than Alexander. It's a weird tier system in this game in terms of like Eidolon power, because it usually is, and the game itself mentions this early on. Like, usually Bahamut's at the top. And oh yeah, Bahamut, the most powerful Eidolon. And then Alexander turns up and like, oh my god, Alexander's more powerful than Bahamut. And I was like, we need something more powerful than Alexander. It was like, what? Exodia, the Forbidden One? And out comes Mog with a gun. Look how it's got a gun. Her pet Moogle's interfering with the extraction process. Like, it's a Moogle. Kick it. There's a Moogle with a gun. Like, have you ever seen the cover art for True Crime Streets of LA? Which just has the main character with like the gun pointing at the camera. We're running out of time. This is the Kuja voice. No, Mark, hide behind me. Mark, what is it? Where did you get a gun? Psycho. Thank you for being a friend. They don't even get boss music this time. Terra homing. Mark, is that you? Got buff. Quick, let's kick them. Oh, sweet. No, I don't think that was tramps. Oh no, he created a force barrier. Seriously, just set Zorn and Thorn on fire real quick and we'll chase after him. This is good and creepy, though. Zorn and Thorn separately. Well, let's check. Melty Gemini. Vest, a golden hairpin, a vaccine. Haste. Did haste run out? It's like, did haste run out, or did whatever Zorn and Thorn hit Eiko with remove it? No, it just ran out. Like, I had this issue in another game. It might have been Lunas or the Star Destroyer Complete. But when haste doesn't even last long enough for you to cast haste on the entire party, even while using double cast, what is the point of it? Yep, one vaccine. I don't think Essener actually even cures it. Try Remedy. Nope. Try Essener. Nope. If anybody wonders why vaccines such nonsense, why virus is such nonsense, like there's step one. Yeah, but it's still a nonsense status effect to exist. And the only way to get rid of it is with vaccine. It's why I say, like, Final Fantasy IX is really bad in the whole thing of bringing back the absolutely awful status effects idea of earlier Final Fantasies. Also getting tired of the steel gun. Here goes the last antidote. Still haven't successfully stolen the demon vest. I do genuinely dislike steel being such a big part of this game because of how low the success rate is on it. And it's like, we're equipped with Bandit, which is supposed to increase the success rate. Good enough. Does dying remove virus? Does anybody remember that? We'll find out, I guess. I can believe that it doesn't. Nope, does not. Honestly, fuck that. Such nonsense. We've all got virus, and there's only one vaccine. Oh, I'm sorry, there are 3 vaccines now. I mean, you kind of do have to apologize. They haven't lived their lives to the fullest, gents. So this creates a new context the Kuja's base of operations, like, you assume his base of operations was always the Desert Palace. But having Hilda here, and, like, a full bedchamber set up for her, suggests that they were here even before they had the Gulug Stone. Let's get Sid back to a man, and then get a new airship. It just kept talking, it was really boring. Yeah. And then fade to black so they can catch up. Yes. Yes, basically. Yep, Lady Hilda's calling me, not Sid. Alright, let's go talk to the Moogle. I don't know where he is. But we continue ever onward. Let's hear the good news. We're not afflicted with virus anymore. Hooray! Zombies bad enough, but virus? Ugh. What? Yes, where could Kuja possibly have gone? Oh, later, bitches, I'm out. Means of acquiring renewable greater power, yes. Of course, Genova, yes. Wasn't of this world, yes. Genova, yes. Meanwhile, I mean, at this point, it should be obvious you can trust them to some capacity, considering the Regent trusted them. And they followed through. Connected to the Shimmering Island. Old castle located in the northern area of the Forgotten Continent. Let's call it Ibsen's castle. Why? Because the traveler was called Ibsen. Oh. You probably should have said that first. Meanwhile... I feel like I was building up into one of the Final Fantasy V themes. Well, she's either on the roof or she decided to walk back to Alexandria. Check. Who could he mean? Oh, Beatrix. Did we think she was dead? Who could it be? Like, she disappeared in the destruction of Alexandria, didn't she? I don't know, it's hard to think that she's going to be dead, but they do openly state she disappeared in the destruction. The resting place? Do you mean Braun's grave? Is Braun's grave actually connected to anything? It's like, you can't actually just get to this area, can you? I've been looking for you, Mia. You can speak again. I have no right to rule over this country. Yeah, because you're not actually the princess. The royal line is dead. Beatrix want me to give this to you, just throws it. Can I borrow that knife? That's when we get the late game twist that she's decided to be the bad guy and she just stabs us. I remember the way I was, it just runs off and starts killing people. That's gross. Don't just let your hair fly off in the wind. That's gonna go right in someone's mouth. So just out for a walk, just like face full of hair. There's also a thing, like, you ever try and cut your hair like that, you will not get a nice, even, cute look like that. It will be a mess. How's the new menu picture gonna look? Terrible, awful, the worst. Are you now not as cute as anybody else in the party? Yeah, you can talk. I can sing. She can talk, she can talk, she can talk, she can talk. I can sing. This airship looks too big. Like, the way the world's presented in comparison with, like, 7 and 8 makes this all look way too big. Like, I can feel this very easily giving someone really bad motion sickness. Which is probably the entire reason why it's like, hey, you can just choose a location on the map, and we'll go straight there. Because then you can look away from the screen. No, I mean, this feels like it's fast enough. The turning is awful. The skybox is the big issue with that. Bahama. Oh boy, when we get to Final Fantasy 15, like, take your bets on how many times we're gonna just die. Wait. Alright, what is going on? Well, I have good news from Teak. He's on his plane to Denver, where he'll be getting a connection to San Diego, and while he's on the plane to Denver, he will be watching Sony's latest cinematic masterpiece, Madam Web. We wish Teak luck in this endeavour. Do I remember this being a pain? Maybe a little bit. castle looked like it was floating on the world map. There's never really a good reason for why we ever allow Amaranth in the party. It is, you selfish, ignorant fool. I feel like that as an exclamation has got to be up there with, like, Jane, you ignorant slut. Yeah, fuck it, let him go. Rock and roll. He's just me, yeah. As a character, like, why is he even in the party? Oh, I remember the gimmick of this. It's neat how much this theme recurs throughout the game, but this version sounds like it's being played on a bad recorder. Like that bit, when it's the one part playing alone, it sounds like someone's playing it on a really bad recorder. No, recorder. Like a children's recorder. This goes off the armor as well, doesn't it? It's not just weapons. Like the entire place is upside down, so all the values are reversed. Just weapons. Alright. And here you get another good reason why you shouldn't just sell all your equipment. Which, like, I feel like the game gives you enough reason not to begin with. Synthesis in particular is the because there's no way you'll see this coming. But, like, you should absolutely be keeping your old equipment for Synthesis. And the game makes it kind of clear, like, fairly early on, you're probably going to want old equipment for Synthesis even later on with how many things require something like the Mage Matcher. Oh no, an Iron Man. Garnet there doing 1700 damage with a physical attack. Excellent. Yeah, relax. With your good buddy Chrono, and Final Fantasy IX, an adequate video game. That's right. Adequate. It is kind of funny with this place, though, seeing Garnet just become kind of a physical powerhouse. Yeah, I think FF7 is definitely friendlier as a game to start with in the series than this. Partly because of something like this. This is an old school gimmick. Old school gimmick dungeon, and like, let's be fair, it's not even the first gimmick dungeon. Whereas FF7 doesn't really have any gimmick dungeons, it just gets you comfortable with the game and lets you play it. And the problem with this for a newcomer is it's not really a good indication of the gimmick. Yeah, pretty much. And it would be a confusing thing of like, oh, the new weapons we're getting in the air are all weaker. Like, I appreciate the hell out of it for being like, you know, just in case you don't have any of those old weapons anymore, here's the old weapons in chests. Like, appreciate that, absolutely. But for a newcomer, like, it would be so out of left field to try and figure out that the expectation is for you to equip old, weaker weapons. Alright. That said though, like, I feel like Ibsen's castle outside of that isn't a bad dungeon. Yeah, straightforward enough for an upside down place. Definitely seen worse places in video games that are upside down. Do not be restricted by your knowledge and experience. This place turns logic upside down. What's big is small, what's strong is weak, and heaven is earth. So there's your indication. What's strong is weak. What's big is small, and heaven is earth. That matters. And we have to figure out how that matters. But also, like, you could have absolutely just walked past that and not even noticed it. Heaven is earth. Heaven is a place on earth? Do you know what love's worth? Or is it that he's small so he's become big? Or is it just a constant state of flip-flopping? What's big is small, and because it's become small, it's now big again, but because it's becoming big, it's now small again. And just constantly back and forth. Oh, she was frozen today. We've got body temp now, though. So we could prevent it, it's just that we only have body temp for Ghana. Yeah, but there's auto regen. Might be worth going over the abilities we have equipped, just generally. Old hat. Yeah, body temp's probably a good idea. I feel that Bandit is like, oh, it raises the success rate of steal. And you equip it and it's like, wow, we're still not succeeding at stealing. It's just a thing of like, you know, maybe we should just not bother. Oh. Oh, it looks like everybody's got body temp. That's kind of crazy. The positioning for that is weird. You know what's kind of a neat, underappreciated genre, or like subgenre of puzzles? Is perspective puzzles. I feel like there was a very brief period where a lot of games started just having perspective puzzles, or there were a bunch of games that just had a big focus on perspective puzzles, and then they disappeared again, and it's a real shame. There is that one game there's an indie game that came out recently, it's on Game Pass, where it's a 3D perspective puzzler, and you make objects bigger and smaller by your perspective. It's kind of interesting. I can't remember what it's called though. High Tide, an ability that I've had characters learn because there's just been nothing else to learn. They might as well be doing something with all the AP they're gaining. I don't think this was intended to be a ladder. Look at that auto regen though. $214 HP every tick, and the ticks are like every 3 seconds. Like, that's a busted regen. Got a rod. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Which is old people talk for hit kids with sticks. What though? You can body slam. Well, we've not gotten there yet. My power is protected behind a tornado. Oh boy, we've got the next FF1 reference coming up. My power is protected underwater, surrounded by the earth. You don't get to have both water and earth, you get one or the other. In this one, my power is protected high atop a fiery mountain. This one, my power is protected under the shaking ground. We need to get out before Odin casts Zantetsuken. Ta-ha-ka. You should say please when you ask for the stuff back that I just stole from you. Remember, this came out a year before Devil May Cry. Flying monster thing, but you want to say flying lobster monster. Man, that thing's weak. Oh, we don't have the item that has the tier 3 magic, and we didn't fully learn it yet. I guess we're just gonna have to smack it in the face. But if big is little, and here we go with a trance, which is going to be mostly worthless, because there's already a spell queued up and that will take some of the trance movement. Because, you know, that's worth it. Yeah, so things are reversed, but what's not reversed is the effects of magic. Yeah. But that also works out pretty well, because it means auto-regen being as good as it is isn't just an effect of this place. Double black. And it means this boss is just weak. It's like, oh no, it's casting Blizzaga on everybody and doing like 300 damage apiece. What a goon. So all region has to be tied to some stat, and a stat that Zidane has higher than Eiko. That didn't curl at all. He crouched, if anything. So magic's still good. It's like, can we not have that be your name, please? I'd like it if that wasn't your name. 1/16 of max HP recovered every tick, interval determined by spirits. That's a broken set. Like 1/16 of max HP. 16 ticks is full HP, that's crazy. Yeah, everybody's learning auto regen now. It's brutal. Mr. Klim then. Chrono, you're not tools of the government or anyone else. I mean, really, the name should be something completely different, and then it can be like, that ninja was Ray Klim. Was Klim Fox. Interval is changed by battle speed, you can change in the menu. Ooh. Nasty. Copy was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always trivial for what I believed in. Chrono. Oh well. Clap. Thanks for joining us, Glenn. You take care of yourself, bro. We'll catch you next time. Oh, goodness. Why is that doing so little damage? Oh, it just curled off. Okay. If I feel like we've completed enough games by December, and I've mentioned this before, like, if I feel like we've completed enough games by December, we might see about just making December a replay of some PS1 games we've already done. Like Metal Gear Solid, but it'd be the integral version. I wanna get that first person mode, Metal Gear Solid, integral. Dude, are you gonna come out of that shell anytime soon? There we go. Well, Trance was wasted again. What are you gonna do? Nice. Now let's explore the rest of the castle. Auto regen is 10. Six, 24, 28, 29. We're not learning anything, there's no need to have ability up on there. But it's probably worth just having to be safe. Yeah. So that's 3 party members with auto regen. See how this goes on them. Yeah, decent enough numbers. Anyway. Go. Oh, I made it back. Wonderful. And the reward for it is a beret. How many berets do we have? I'm sure we've had berets before. Did I use them for synthesis? Oh no, not Doom. Yeah, it missed. Yeah, well, let's head back. Some other pathways we didn't take and such. Oh, I cast soft on the wrong thing. Gargoyle's still stone, so it should still work. Yep. That's why you stock up on all the softs. It's good to see going back to Medane's Sari after getting to the Ether Tree just to buy all those softs. He's still paying off. It makes it more of a justified decision. We kind of somehow managed to beeline directly to the goal. Good experience and money results in this place. Good place to grind. Treasure's basically all terrible, but aside from that, like, it's a good place to just spend some time. New Aramans we've come across just facing the wrong way. Surprising. Alright, so were there other summons Garnet still had to learn? Okay, so there's boost and auto flow. There's one more chest, but it's also probably like nothing of value. I should check what the AP requirement for auto regen is. If it is low enough, it might be worth grinding it for PV so we can put it onto Steiner. To be fair. But yeah, it is not actually bad. Maybe we activated traps when we started. We got to the top of the castle. Cool, amazing how we didn't activate any before this. How you doing, Isa? There we go. Maiden Prayer. What is that? There it is. An accessory, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Auto regen. And it's going to be for women only, you can guarantee it. Doesn't say it is, but you can guarantee it is. That was definitely worth grabbing, like the only thing in the place worth grabbing. Yep. Pretty much the end of Ibsen's castle, actually. Nicer. Yeah, maybe a quick 10. Right, let's go. What happened to titties? I'm gonna go look for him alone. You know, despite the entire point being that working in a team is better than working alone. I'm gonna go look for him alone. Well, he's not here. Oh, that door in the center wasn't open before. Absolutely make use of soft right now while I'm on my own. That was actually pretty nasty. If only I had auto haste as well. There we go. Now, without auto regen, that would have been like really concerning. This place seems like it's probably important. Is this actually a location I could have gotten to the entire time and I just didn't notice? Yeah, so 5 attacks on an Ahriman to take it down. You seen anybody, Moogle? It says he hadn't received any mail recently, but did I bring him mail? So where could he be? Oh, there he is. Oh. So really, because the way that the attack values are reversed on your weapons, because characters you get in your party later come equipped with stronger weapons, you end up really wanting to take in the earliest party you can into this game, into this area, which is what I did. Zidane, Garnet, Vivi, and Steiner. Because the attack values on their starting weapons would be lower because they started at the beginning of the game. Then after that it would be Freya, maybe Kina. Kina's attack values are kind of weird. Then Eiko, then Titties. Map of the world. SFF. How you doing, Martin? So that's Earth. That's wind. That's fire. That's water. I'm getting by. Getting by. Well, this is late game 9. We're currently in late disc 3. Alright. Let's try to equip everything. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really explored the airship in 9. You know, I'm glad I stole that. Look, this was our strongest weapon previously. Look at the difference. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I've also got it set to the classic blue, because I prefer the blue to the red, to the grey. Right. It's the value you get out of stealing in this game. As the last boss we fought had that, and as a result we get such a massive power boost way early. It's like with the fairy flute. You can get the fairy flute in mid-disc 2 from the Golem boss. And if you steal it there, you get it like a full disc before you'll be able to just synthesize it or buy it. One of the two. It's kind of crazy. Let's say Kuraja for a minute. I was going to get excited. No, I don't think there is a steal ability in 13. It wouldn't fit into any of the paradigms. Maybe in 13.2. I'm not sure. I've not played 13.2 properly. Yeah, I think this is the game where you get the most value out of stealing stuff. And it's, like, so much more frustrating because of that. Because, like I say, like, you can get stuff... The way the game works, it can work out very difficult for you. Because of the forced party dynamics and everybody having their own specific styles and abilities. And so getting stuff earlier than otherwise can be really helpful because of that. But a lot of the really good stuff has such low steal rates. Like, you can you spend so long trying to... try to steal the fairy flute, for example. And it's a good steal, but it's so frustrating to get it. Bane and cities take the mountain. And the next big Final Fantasy 1 reference comes in. So the mountain has got to be Mount Gulug. God damn it, I did it again. Retro arc. Alright, so it's got to be Mount Gulug. Oh, the retro achievements? Yeah, a bunch of them are just kind of nothing things. Like, are you actually gonna do the 1,000 time jump rope? Yeah, I mean, ultimately, achievements only have as much meaning as you give to them. It's like, oh yeah, make your point score go up. Like, what does any of that really mean? I just think they're kind of a neat thing to pop up while we're doing streams. It's gotta be Mount Gulug, right? You have an obsession with achievements. Northeast of Westergaard. So it is Mount Gulug. Achievements never really bother me. I'll get what I get, and if they stop being fun to get, then I won't get them. You've done all but 3 and go out of your way to get it. Again, like, even if it's just a few left, I'm still kind of like, you know what, well, if it's bad, I won't get it. Oh, here it is. I think the first platinum trophy I got was for Lego Batman 2 on the Vita. That was because I'd done all of the game, except for like 2 trophies, and those trophies weren't too difficult to get. Sly Cooper, I got all the trophies without actually trying. Because I was getting all the bottles, all the notes in bottles in every level, and opening all the safes. And the last safe requires you to go back to a level after defeating the final boss, so I did that, opened it, and then it was like platinum achievement. I was like, platinum trophy. I was like, seriously? I didn't even do any of the time trials. I wasn't going to, but The Walking Dead game, Season 1, I have the platinum on because it just gave me the platinum for finishing the game. So what's next? Doesn't have the analog cell. God damn it. Alright, southeast. It said southeast of Oliver. There we go, analog spot. Yeah, what is the... I platinum Spider-Man, PS4 Spider-Man. I was enjoying the game enough, and the trophies that I had left after doing everything weren't too bad. It was stuff like finish off beating a certain number of crimes in each district and such. Only required silver medals in the challenges and such, not anything higher, so I did those. Spider-Man 2 I've not finished because some of the trophies I have left. Where's the tornado? The trophies I have left, there are a lot of stuff like just use a certain attack so many times. It's like, it's just tedious. It's just tedious. Under the shaking ground, which... quicksand? Maybe? Seriously, where's the tornado that's supposed to be the indicator for this? Oh, there we go. Let's save before we dive in there, though. There we go. So this will have Lich. Oh boy. I know, this looks like a trap corridor. Hmm. Yes, there's water. That will most likely be cracking if we're doing the FF1 cutbacks. This one's fire, this will be Kali. And the wind shrine will be Tiamat. There we go. Alright. I don't think Lich is actually going to be weak to curatives right now. Mighty Guard is going to be a good idea, though. Oh, so much for that. Well, so much for that. I think that's more health than Kalim just actually has. Earthquake, Gaia Gear, or Auto Float would have been good for this. Should have known. One more chance. Who's got long, pinky fingers? Excellent. Now you can die. Yep. Your mistake was inflicting me in trance. Actually, something of a minor surprise that you don't fight all of the Guardians, you only fight Lich. That should open the gateway to Terra. Yeah. It's a weird thing. It feels like it's probably the victim of something being cut. And like, you can't even go back into the water shrine to explore it or anything. Those environments exist just for a cutscene. Those boss monster designs exist just to appear in that cutscene. And nothing actually comes of it. And it's really kind of surprising. Spirit Road. Full speed ahead. We'll be fine, considering all we've been through. This is nothing. That's not how that works. It's weird they don't show any of the other characters in this FMV. Especially considering, like, they're not optional characters. It's not like FF7 where they don't show Vincent and Yuffie in FMVs because you might not have them. Like, they straight don't show anybody outside of them. Like, no Kina, no Freya, no Amara. Garland. I immediately don't like you. Right, better make sure your party's equipped because we've got battles here. Oh god, 8 eyes. What do they call them here? Hectares. That makes more sense. God damn it. Well, let's get him up. Hey, it's a monkey girl. Headpiece. Return magic. Definitely leave that for Vivi. It's easier one that can learn the ability on it. Dragon wrist. I'm going to assume Lancer is an ability that only Freya can use. No, that wouldn't make sense because Freya doesn't use bracelets, she uses gauntlets. If it raises spirit though, then let's get it on Garnet. That's okay, cast Reflect. I wasn't actually going to cast magic on you anyway. Oh, you bastard. Oh, good. No, please don't silence the knight. What will we do without his magic? These guys have a lot of health, though. There we go, jeez. Alright, she's gonna be that way. They were kind of irritating. Alright, Garnet learned all float. Raises strength of Eidolons. Takes a lot of AP to actually get, and I don't think it's probably going to be worth it. Oh boy, another one of these. What is it weak to? So that's why Stein is doing more damage to it, because his sword is fire-based. Demon, though, brings up an interesting point. It could be that most of the enemies here are demon types. So, if we equip ourselves accordingly... Demon Killer, Undead Killer. Let's say Man-Eater as well. That seems good. Alright. Excellent. So, we should get extra damage out of both Steiner and Zidane. Yeah, good damage. The issue more than anything else with those guys is they cast roulette pretty quickly. As a guaranteed death. So that's not fun. Doesn't sound like a healthy sound for a web to make. Well, so they cast Delta Attack in response to being attacked. Delta Attack is death. What's the trick here? Oh, wow. Just not worth it. And they cast Virus on him, the bastards. Mithril Racket. She's down there, but there's items over here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll kill one of these. Demon, aerial, weak against wind. Is bird killer specifically against birds, or is it against all aerial enemies? Something to figure out, definitely. Yes. Oh, the demon's vest. Oh. I got the rubber suit and I got the Avenger. Who are those for? Avenger is a set of claws. Worn by women. Eye for eye. It's a good boost. She's the only woman in the party. Bird being so random battle. No. If I press square, can I challenge her to a game of Tetramaster? No. Alright. That would have been funny though. That's a lot of stairs. Oh, goodness. I want to point out as well that there's been no save point on Terra so far. feel like the Invincible looks less impressive when you actually see it properly. Hmm. Maybe I gotta switch the party again. Alright, Eiko and Bay. Did we at least get the ribbon off her? Nope, she still hasn't. Alright. I want you with Undead and Devil. Eiko already has auto regen. Could do with the health going up some though. We were built this way. Huh. Is actually a place to rest. I mean, we've won some battles. How's your flight going, Teague? What a bimbo. Sitting in Denver for a long and unplanned layover. Yeah, you said it was gonna be like 5 hours, didn't you? Underground laboratory. Flight was cancelled, took 4 hours to get rebooked. We'll be in San Diego to 10:30. At 10:30 p.m. There's a chest in there that I want. Yes. Well, now I have nobody in my party. So I think that's a yes, there are men and women. Huh. Curious. Curious. At least there's no random battles here. Engage. Is that a throwing weapon? Yeah, there it is. It's clearly a Moogle in a jar. Oh, thank you. Firing out, let's get another one. Flash out, that's 2 of those. Pricey to keep up with this. Okay. Uh. I think that's going to do it for us for today. We've made good progress. We've made it to Terra. We'll be coming up, I think, on the end of Disc 3 pretty soon. That was the wrong button. So I want to thank everyone for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big fresh thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Clem, Teak, Icy, Martin. I believe that was everybody today. Yep. We're probably going to be back on Sunday. I've got the overnights now for 3 days. And then on Saturday I like to just watch other people's streams. Yeah, so we'll probably continue this on Sunday and finish off Disc 3 of Final Fantasy IX. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do after this. Something a lot more relaxed and casual. And we'll see. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. Thanks for stopping by, Teak. I hope your layover doesn't drag and everything goes well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's not really anything else to say except thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. And take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.